I'm John.
I'm Mike.
Zach.
We're Psycho Juicebox.
Welcome.
And today we watched movies.
Yes, we watched some dandies today.
I'm sure everyone here knows about these box sets. You know, the ones that they sell at Walmart for like $3 to $5. Where you spend, like $10 and get 50 movies or whatever. That's not what this one was. This is a $3.9 movie set. But, it's just as good as the other ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
In its own way.
Yes.
I'd say the ratio on these are always about the same.
There's maybe one good of all 9.
Like,
if you're lucky.
Like, there are 9 movies on here, and I'd say maybe 3 of these movies will be passable as films, and the rest will be
swamp garbage.
Various versions of trash, and probably semi-porno.
If you're lucky.
Not sure.
The good ones are semi-porno.
No, they aren't. No, they aren't. The bad ones usually are. The more nudity, the worse the movie is.
Or
at least on these level of movies.
Or when you have the cry, when you have nothing.
Where there's
just nothing.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
So we decided to do a tournament to see what the best movies in box sets are. All over. This is an Echo Bridge box set. It's called the Big Box of Horror. There are actually multiple Echo Bridge box sets that we own called Big Box of Horror. We're calling this the blue one because it's kind of blue. The other ones are green and red. So if you want to, we bought this at Walmart for $3 in the $3 DVD bin.
Don't buy it.
Just buy this. I mean, come on. Like, for Monsters in the Woods, I'm sure it's worth it.
I haven't seen that yet.
I have. It's a spoiler.
We'll be getting to that one.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Episode 3, Monsters in the Woods versus the Cellar Door, Round 3. Round 2, the Eaves versus the Pelt. Round 1.
I think that's just called Pelt.
Whatever. Round 1, what we watched today, Dogman versus the Cry.
And what's round 4 since we've been out of order?
Round 4.
Yeah, Rich.
Beethoven versus Midnight Child.
It's coven. That's that word is coven. It's like it's a movie about witches. Get it? It's like a witch's coven.
A coven of witches.
But it's a bay, so it's also like a cove. Because it's a stupid movie.
It's not good.
Hurt gets a pass to the finals because it got lucky.
Yes. Yeah,
I hope it's just a big piece of shit.
Since we had an uneven number of movies, we chose one movie at random to move on to face whatever the final.
Thank God it wasn't The Cry.
Oh, I wish it was. We wouldn't have even had to finish. It would have just been like, well, guys, I'm so sorry, but this new movie is just trash, and we won't talk about it. We're going to talk more about whatever movie we've picked. So we've decided to do this to help you guys know which movies to look for on these box sets when you go looking for box sets, like I do and nobody else does.
Yes.
Literally nobody else.
Nobody else but us.
There's so many times I've gone into like Mojo's or Walmart and just been like, man, I am looking for these. And we're the ones with the worst sounding movies I can find. So today we've got The Cry versus Dogman.
John, you want to talk about Dogman?
No, I don't. Mike, do you want to talk about Dogman?
Sure. A vicious bacteria-ridden creature stalks its prey into the woods of a rural Michigan community. So yes.
This movie is not rated for violence and profanity. But I don't think it's actually unrated. I think they just didn't rate this. The MPAA never knew this movie existed.
No, they didn't touch it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what happens in this movie?
Well, it starts out with this really awkward snowmobile chase. So the woman's chasing her husband's snowmobile that's getting stolen. It's really awkward.
It's really funny Like
It's the most intense thing that ever happened.
it's really intense, like weirdly intense, and like then she hits a tree going 2 miles per hour in a truck and breaks her leg somehow.
Yep.
And then, man, like there's no damage on the car.
That's throughout the whole movie. There's no damage on any vehicles when they.
That's not true. That's not true. Because that truck, damn, does it get
Damage.
some good damage on it. But we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yes.
So, after that, we get to see a very extended scene of our hero, Hanklin Purvis, played by Larry Joe Campbell from According to Jim.
Playing with some arrows.
It's not even that. It's like he takes a paper. We see him pick up a paper target, look at it, walk over to a bale of hay, put it on the bale of hay, tack it to the bale of hay, get up,
Straighten it.
He makes sure it's straight. Then he gets back up, and he walks over back to the table he was at, and then picks up his bow, and then aims his bow, and then his wife yells something about a package, right? There's a package. And his wife yells at him, he gets distracted, he shoots like something that it ricochets off of, and then it shoots out a motorcycle tire.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, my package!
My package arrived.
Yep.
It's a fucking camera.
It's a claymore.
Yes.
It's a fucking camera.
It's a game camera.
That he needs to find the big old buck.
Yep.
You're shooting it during buck season.
I don't know if that's actually why.
I don't know why he needs it.
They don't say
It's
why
also
he
basically
wants it.
irrelevant to the movie. It's completely irrelevant.
No, it's not, because later on, it's actually, yeah, I guess it is.
It's very relevant.
Like later on,
The plot revolves around it, but nothing comes from it.
a lot of the plot revolves around it, but like there's no reason. You know what? I changed my vote.
No.
No.
No. Because even though everything's irrelevant, it's still.
Oh, the cry. I'm gonna have to rewatch that one day.
No, you're not.
Sorry, John.
So then someone steals his bow because.
I don't even know if that has. Like, I thought you were going to say because plot, I guess, but like. No, it's not.
It is because that's how the kids get out in the woods. Like after he runs into a tree. While chasing someone stealing his bow.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't know if the Dogman stole his bow. Or the
Dogman
snowmobile?
stole his bow so he wouldn't shoot his own tires out anymore. So the Dogman could continue stealing his
bow.
snowmobile?
Snowmobile and
He's a fucking hoarder. He's a fucking hoarder thief.
Yeah, but he apparently returns everything all the time. Because he steals the snowmobile, but then the snowmobile comes back later, and then it gets stolen again. And he's like, they've stolen it again!
Yeah, it turns out Dogman's just a dick.
Yeah.
He's a fucking prankster.
Yeah. They want your shit.
And he only shows up on the 7th day of the 7th month of the 7th year.
Yeah.
That literally is irrelevant because it's literally throughout multiple days that the movie takes place.
Yeah, does it?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, whatever.
Fuck legend.
Because he sees that and he is like, oh, it's January!
July.
July.
The 7th month is July.
Whatever. No, he doesn't say that. He says it's September.
What?
That's right.
The 7th month is July.
I know, but he says, like, we'll get to it. Anyway,
So they're
Zach, continue.
They're doing bike tricks in the woods.
That's right, they're doing BMX weird shit in the woods.
Right in the deep of the woods.
Dude, fucking jumping
Fucking
tables.
wheelies.
Get the fuck off my
Stoppies.
picnic table.
He doesn't say that. There's no profanity in this movie, Zach.
There's shit. There is shit.
But he literally says
shit
shit.
and pissed.
Yeah.
Get the frick off my table.
No, he just says, get off the table, you're gonna break it.
You're
That's
gonna
what he
break it.
says.
You're gonna break it.
He says,
So then, why does he leave the town to take his wife to get her cast off her leg?
Yeah, it's 15 minutes into the movie and the wife's leg is healed.
Yeah.
So
It's already healed.
I don't know what the snowmobile, like how long before that's supposed to have been.
There's no.
It doesn't matter.
There's a lot of stuff in this movie that has nothing to do with the plot of this.
Nothing.
Movie.
There is no plot.
Everything,
I mean, there is.
Almost everything is filler. Everything.
You know, it's really hard to get a movie to 90 minutes.
Yes. Yes. As you'll see in The Cry, it doesn't make it.
Literally doesn't. It can't even fill it with it.
Dude,
6 minutes.
That movie might as well fill 0 minutes.
Yes.
Because there's nothing in that fucking movie.
Nothing.
Anyway, Dogman.
So they're driving to the fucking hospital, and the Hanklin hits a fucking deer because he doesn't know how to drive.
Yeah.
No damage on the car. He's a weird man who wears flannel, so he says, "Hey, let's take the deer and come back for it. It's some good old fashioned meat."
Yeah, let's come back. It's a meat.
The weirdest scene in this whole movie comes from that scene. Never mind. I'll talk about it then.
Which scene is the weirdest scene? There's multiple ones.
Because it just occurred. Well, it occurred to me during the movie, but it's the scene later on when he's
Where?
talking to the cop, and she's like, "What do you mean weird stuff?" And he's like, "Oh, like I hit a deer out on the highway, and like I was gonna go back and get the meat, and I was just like,
that's a crime.
That's a crime. Like you just said that you committed a crime to a cop. I don't understand what you're doing. It's hit and run, and I don't know if it's illegal to take game.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So that would be would that be technically hunting without
Yes.
outside of season?
Without a tag.
Without a tag.
Hunting without a tag
Mhm.
because it's out of season.
Yeah.
Because I think the kid says it's September at one point, but that's
Fucking
still out of
hell.
The
season.
cop doesn't even care.
That's still out of season.
She's the only cop in the whole county.
Yeah. She doesn't care.
Still
Nothing
in
happens.
Benzie County.
Nothing happens.
Susie Mitchell.
It's a fucking placebo. Anyways,
What?
it's a fucking placebo.
What is?
The whole fucking movie, life, everything. I don't know.
It's a placebo for what?
It means I don't know.
Oh man, this is the third take.
So then they go to the creepy 8-foot-tall doctor, and he starts ripping off his wife's leg with his hands, ripping the cast off
Well, at first he tries to buzzsaw it off,
Yeah.
and then
with the pizza cutter.
it looks like
It's
a
like-
bone saw.
It's like a saw. That
like-
shouldn't be used.
Don't they usually use
Yeah.
saws to take
Mhm.
casts off?
Mhm.
Bone saws?
I don't know about bone saws.
I don't know what kind of saw they use. I mean, it's like a hard thing, so you have
Yeah.
to have a saw,
Mhm.
right? Yeah.
Or you
But
could be
I-
like the 8-foot doctor and just rip it apart.
Well, he had like a pry thing.
Yeah. It
Like,
didn't even bother.
He sawed it and he started trying to pry it off.
Yeah.
He's like, it just won't come off, and then just like ripped it off of her leg like this.
Bends her leg that inverts it.
Yeah. Like bends her leg in a way where you shouldn't do if you've had a broken bone.
Yeah.
There's a
Pop her out of place, pop her back in.
man.
Fucking yeah.
But then she like starts scratching her leg because the whole movie she's been scratching her leg with like
A fly swatter.
like a fly swatter and then
Spatula.
a spoon or a spatula or something. And then she starts scratching her leg and he just like takes Aquaphor and he's just like
caressing.
he's just like
In
rubbing
front of her husband.
Aquaphor on her leg and they're laughing and flirting and he's just like this and then her husband is just staring at him like,
We gotta go. I need to go pick up the dead deer.
yeah, he says that, and doesn't the doctor?
The doctor goes, the deer had a. He says.
Oh yeah, he says the deer had some weird gashes on it though.
And then he goes, so did my neighbor's dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they looked almost like claw marks.
Or bite marks
Yes.
or something.
No, he said claw marks.
Claw marks.
Because they were gashes,
Yes.
not bites.
Yeah.
That's the word they use.
Yes.
They say
Gashes.
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 Gashes. That's a nasty gash. gash.
You got a nasty gash on you.
So then the kids try to get naked in front of the trail camera.
Wait, what?
Remember that? The kids they're wearing the weird furry costume. They're getting naked.
Was that before the next part?
What's the next part? That is in between it. Remember?
Because then there's the part where like they go back and he's just like, well, she's like, we need to go to the store before we pick up the deer, and he's like, well, maybe you can go with your doctor friend.
Yeah.
So Hanklin's jealous.
Yeah.
Jealous of 8-foot doctor guy.
Ancient 8-foot doctor guy.
Yeah.
Man.
So the kids are getting naked in the woods. Well, they said that's what their plan was.
Well,
they're in the camera.
They don't say they're gonna get naked in the woods. They say they're gonna moon the camera that he set up that we never explained that he set up.
Yeah.
And then that all happens.
It goes horribly wrong.
Instead of mooning the camera, they dress up like furries and dance around in front of the camera, kind of.
Yeah.
And then, like, a Dogman, I guess, comes out, and well, not even that. Like, it just shows like a flash of like dog teeth or wolf teeth, and later I think we figured out it's because they don't actually have a costume; they just have like a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's I think it's literally that mask that they were wearing.
Yes.
In that scene.
Yeah. Absolutely. 100%.
It's just a little bit better articulated.
Yes.
Yeah. They added like some stuff to it.
Yeah. They made its ears move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Neat costumes.
Really, it's a fucking shitty mask.
Its ears move though.
Yeah.
More than.
It takes something
It
to
tries.
be like, hey, we need to make its ears move.
Yeah. It tries.
Yeah, it tries.
It tries.
But nephew 1 gets bitten. Hanklin's nephew. I think they're both his nephews. But one of them might not be his nephew. It might be his son. But then it also might just be a random kid. We aren't really sure.
We don't ever know.
It's Michigan. You don't know the family stuff up there.
It's Michigan. They're all cousins. So nephew cousin number 1 gets bitten by the Dogman. And this is the point where we're all like, oh, it's a werewolf movie. You know, he's gonna turn into a werewolf. And man, they do not have the.
No, he just seizes the fuck out and shakes the fuck out.
No,
bacteria.
what it is it just like you get bitten and then later on you die from an infection.
Yeah.
And
it's super lame.
Yeah.
It's kind of lame, but it's also awesome because it subverts your expectations, right?
No,
Yeah.
it's just shit. It's just bad. It's because they were too cheap to make anything better.
It's a little bit of a twist.
It's kind of a twist, but I don't think they played it off as a
No.
twist.
They didn't play off.
They're not that smart.
They played off nothing.
I don't think they wanted to
Nothing.
make it. I don't think they really wanted to make it a twist. I think they were just like, yeah, this is just the thing that happens.
It's the Dogman legend, you know.
Yeah, you know, the Michigan Dogman legend that everyone knows. This
Yes.
is totally not just Michigan
Everybody.
people who know that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very common thing.
I mean, I know about it.
I do too.
Anyways, so
I'm
the
gonna
weird.
say that's a no.
God, what happens next? Is that when they report to the cops?
I don't know what's happening anymore.
So he gets bitten.
It's when he gets
Goes to
bitten.
the doctor. Oh, Black Sid Haig. The doctor.
Black Sid Haig, the doctor.
That happens.
Sweet
Then you got Slutty Copy Lady, or whatever her name is.
Jesus. Did you say slutty copy lady?
Lady.
Sexy cop lady.
Yeah.
The cop lady.
Yeah.
Shirley, or Stacy.
Stacy Mitchell.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm looking at this.
I don't know.
It's not even on there.
No,
Is it?
it's not even on there. It's two DVD cases, but it's one box set. It's so confusing.
Stacy Mitchell.
Stacy Haggesty.
What?
That's what her name is on here. Stacy Haggesty.
Huh? I don't know. She must have got married.
Maybe.
It's alright.
She changed it because no one likes that. She probably has like a pseudonym for this movie. She's not associated.
She doesn't want to be associated with the dog.
She was
I
apparently-
don't blame her.
She was apparently in some bigger movies too.
Yeah.
So, and recently, like as recent as 2016. So she's doing
4 years ago.
stuff. She's working.
Yeah.
So that's
Plugging away.
yeah,
Trying.
making the money.
Yeah. Pushing the dough.
So yeah, she's a
What were
woman
we
cop.
talking about?
The hospital scene with the.
She shows up and takes notes. And
Yeah, because
That's when we were first introduced.
Because the doctor's trying to talk the kids into telling what happened, and then they're like, we don't want to tell you what happened. I'm like, just tell them that an animal bit you in the fucking forest. I don't understand what happened. Why are we going through all this? And he's like, well, it was like a thing. It was like a guy, but it wasn't a guy, and it was like
It was like a dog,
it wasn't
man.
a dog, and one of them's like, oh, I think it was a gorilla, and this.
it was fucking stupid.
Just say a weird animal that you've never seen before.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
go with it.
No one's gonna believe you if you say that anyway.
Right. What does he believe you anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so then Hanklin just drives home because he's a dick because he's leaving the doctor's office to go get some deer meat.
Well, I am assuming that's all that stuff is supposed to have happened like while they're at the store.
Yeah.
Because they're supposed to go to the store. Because she has her little
To-do list.
like lotion stuff
Yeah.
that she didn't have before. So
Yes.
I think she bought some lotion and some other stuff at the
Yeah.
store.
Lotion.
Yeah.
Other stuff too.
Well, it was a pink bottle. And
Other
it
stuff
was like,
too.
I think baby lotion.
Let's go with that.
Lotion for babies.
Go with it.
Yeah, totally.
Baby shampoo.
Yeah, everyone totally didn't think the bottle looked like a dildo at first.
So then Hank's a dick and makes his wife sit in the car as he goes and tries to find the
He
deer.
doesn't make her sit in the car. He
She
says,
stay here, and then she stands
well,
up.
they show up and he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get that deer. And they show up and the deer's gone. And she's like, oh, I guess someone else got it. And he's like, I'm getting out of the car and going to check on it. And
But I don't know why he needed to go check on it. It was fucking dead.
it's because he's a crazy person. It's
Because he wanted the
it's
meat.
because the script said he had to.
Yes. Because he wanted the meat.
But I mean, if he went out in the woods, he wouldn't have found that piece of cloth.
Yeah, he goes out in the woods and looks around, and his wife's like, well, wait, why? And he's like, I'm just gonna see what happened to it. It looks like it got dragged away. And they're like, well, what could drag it away? And all of us are like, wolves?
Yes.
Any number of things that Michigan hunters are aware of that are threats?
Yes. Yeah.
Bears? Like, Jesus! Don't... Guys, if there's a deer and you come back and the deer's gone, don't get out of the car and chase it.
No.
Don't do
No.
that. It's a terrible idea.
Don't even get to the deer in the first place. That's a fucking felony.
Yeah. Also, like, if you hit a deer, then
Report that shit.
Just leave it.
do
and
the
report it.
legal thing. I'm not saying that you should take a deer that you hit and eat it out of season, but like, it should be fine.
Yeah.
As long as the cops don't see.
Leave it in the comments below.
Yeah. Debate.
Yes.
Debate over whether it's okay to take roadkill deer. Anyway.
Okay.
Roadkill deer bullshit. Drives away.
Yeah, he finds the cloth that was from
The fucker's arm shirt.
his nephew who got attacked. It's
That
part
guy.
of his shirt.
Tim John. I don't know his name.
He
Doesn't have a name.
He doesn't have a name.
We literally never even learned those kids' names, and they're more of characters than anyone else in that movie.
Not more than
Besides
Hanklin.
Stacy Mitchell.
Yes. Who we don't even know her
We know
officer's name.
We know she likes pie, and
Porn.
Pie.
that she really hates when Hanklin.
She likes pie.
She
She
can
likes-
drive a snowmobile in
She likes
in
pie.
summer.
She can drive a snowmobile around in the summer, and she really hates it when Hanklin has a bigger flashlight than she does.
Yes.
That was. Oh my god, I forgot about that. That scene was so stupid.
That scene was so
It's
weird.
useless. We're not even going to talk about it.
No, but you have to talk about it because it's amazing. They go in the woods to look for the thing. They hear.
It's later. It's later.
Yeah.
We'll get to it. Wait, where are we?
We are at it. I don't know.
This is fine.
Irrelevant.
Go with it.
Fucking irrelevant.
Everything's irrelevant.
The
A YouTube channel about talking about movies.
these fucking box sets that no one remembers are fucking gents.
I mean, this was $3. I think we
We're
got
probably the
all
only ones who have
Never bought
this.
these.
We totally are, because they sell these at Mojo's like all the time. There's a whole.
Yeah.
Oh,
No one even
I
knows
got
what
lost.
Mojo's
I'm
is.
sorry.
So this movie
Take
has...
4.
No.
God, where are we?
We're talking about the flashlights and how she doesn't like his flashlight is
because it's bigger than hers.
hers.
And then they hear growling in the woods and the scene just ends.
No, they hear growling in the woods and she says, we need to wait until daybreak. And he goes, good idea, and then the scene ends. Because they leave.
Oh, is that what happened? I thought he said
That's
we should wait, and then they just fucking ended it.
No, she says, we should get out of here until morning. And then he was like, yeah, we should wait, and then left.
Yeah. And then there's the bike crash scene.
What? No, there's not.
Yeah, there
That's
is.
not what's next.
Oh, wait. I have the weird doctor's office scene, the weird transformation scene, which is not, he just seizures out and then goes home.
Oh, wait.
Well, before that, you see these chicken feathers fly.
I forgot about
Because
that.
it looks like the Dogman may have taken care of the chickens. So, Dorothy and Hanklin.
Did we talk about the Native American neighbor?
No. Oh god, that's what we were going with the doctor when he mentioned the dog. Remember at the doctor's office?
Yeah, like the dog. His neighbor's dog got attacked, and it's his Native American lady neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
The most racist character.
Very weirdly racist.
The most
character.
racist character since Birth of a Nation.
No, not. I wouldn't
No.
go that far.
No.
Al Jolson existed between now and then.
Oof. Yeah.
So,
Native American lady.
yeah. But I'm so lost on what happens next.
I was talking about it, and then you cut me
Oh
off.
shit.
Fucking chickens.
Talking about the chickens.
Oh yeah, the chickens.
Yeah, so Hanklin and Dorothy, they're arguing about because somebody took the snowmobile again.
What? I could have sworn that was much later.
No.
No.
No?
No.
Really?
That's right afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because that's when he gets his second concussion.
Oh yeah! He crashes his fucking truck again.
Oh my god. Wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it blows up.
I thought that the weird seizure scene happened before that.
No.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I have no idea. This movie,
No.
we watched this like 6 hours ago at this point.
It's take 3.
Yeah. It's alright. Bear with us.
It's a shame we lost take 1.
I know.
It's so good.
I know. Shit.
I'm sure Zach will cut this all together fine.
It's gonna be like a 4-minute video.
Yeah. Welcome. Have fun.
Hello, everybody. We're a YouTube channel. I promise.
It's just as long as a music video. You can hang in there.
This is TikTok.
Oh.
Bye.
Fucking TikTok. Anyways.
So yeah, they're in the. So when they're arguing about the snowmobile, Hanklin gets right into the truck and he's pissed. He said somebody took that damn snowmobile again.
Well, yeah, and she's like, the chickens are gone. He's
Right.
like, well, we're gonna take the snowmobile and look for the chickens or something.
Mhm.
And then she's like, we can't because somebody stole the
That damn
snowmobile again.
snowmobile's gone again. So he gets in the truck, and you can see in the background, you can see the 2 ears. It's like, oh boy, here we go. So he's driving down the road, and then all of a sudden they cut back to Dorothy, and all of a sudden you hear a so, and then they cut away from Dorothy running up. There's Hanklin. With the truck tipped over.
Upside down.
Upside down.
Upside down truck. Real truck.
Real
Upside
truck,
down.
the same truck.
And Franklin like kicks out.
Hanklin.
Frank said?
You said Frank.
It's Hanklin. Hanklin. And then Hanklin
He kicks himself out.
he kicks through the window of a
Yeah.
truck.
And that awful truck.
Yeah. And then
He's crawling back out.
yeah. And there's a scene where
They
his
stand
wife
in the
says
middle of the
something
fucking
to him.
road.
They stand in the middle of the road.
And then the truck catches fire.
It cuts back and the truck is just on fire. A little bit, like right
little
above
bit.
the engine
A
block.
little bit near the engine block. And
Yep.
then
He cuts back again. The whole
cut away
thing.
again. And they're still in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
They're-
Nonetheless.
He's all like, there's a thing and it stood up in the back of the truck or whatever.
The
And then
lawyers
yeah.
in the back of the truck.
Yep. And then it cuts back, and the whole truck is on fire.
Just the whole thing.
Except the gas tank.
Yeah.
The fuel tank is not on fire.
Nope.
The fuel tank does not catch fire through that scene.
No, it doesn't blow up.
They must have taken very.
Everybody
good
wanted it to
care.
blow up, but it didn't.
Nope. And
Couldn't afford it.
man, they get all the use they can out of that.
That
burnt
truck
out
is shot.
That truck gets so much screen time after that.
They tow it away in the weirdest tow
So
scene.
like later on, then that's when
Officer Sexy Pants.
Officer Cop Lady.
Officer Cop Lady.
This is Officer Cop Lady.
That's when Officer Cop Lady shows up, and she makes him fill out an accident report.
Is that what was happening?
Yeah. She's like, this is the story you told me. I left out all the parts about the
Wolf man.
Dogman.
the thing you saw, and he's like, thanks for that. And
Yeah, thanks for lying on your report.
then his wife's like, would you like some
Good
pie?
call.
And he's like, oh yeah, you should have some pie. It's great. And then she's like, I guess I will have some pie.
And that's when you learn she loves pie.
I mean,
Character Development 101.
Yeah.
it's not. I don't know if she actually loves pie, but it was a weird
She
situation.
loves pie.
She should love pie. Who doesn't love pie?
And then
Besides me, I mean.
and then Officer Sexy Pants says there's a goat that was butchered too at another farm.
Really?
Oh yes.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. So.
Is that safe?
No, it's loud.
No. That's Wisconsin weather.
Huh.
That's just the boiler. Anyway.
And it's dead.
Boom! Oh! Damn it. So Officer Sexy Pants Lady.
She's.
So you just see that burnt ass truck at the whole front of it.
Yeah, like the burnt out truck in the background on the tow truck. And like all of the tires except for the back ones are burnt off of it. And I think they intentionally did that so they could have it on the tow truck later on.
Yeah.
So somewhere from there, we get to a scene with they go meet the Native American lady. You got Cop Lady, Hank.
Well, he goes and meets the Native American lady.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, his nephew is researching
Dogman
woodland
bullshit.
creatures on
Pornhub.
Internet Explorer.
woodland creatures on Pornhub. Yes, exactly.
I did Internet Explorer from Windows XP.
Yeah, sure. I'd like to thank Windows XP in this video. Leave comments at the bottom.
Yeah, so they're listening to weird ass recordings. The best part of the movie is the recording.
Oh yeah, they have a weird recording, and it's like just like this guy's description of Dogman when he saw it.
And it's really actually good.
It's interesting.
And then everything after that dog goes back to being dog shit.
Dog shit. I get it.
Thank you. Then somehow from there they meet the neighbor lady. And then she has this weird ass scrapbook.
Oh, you're way far.
What?
That's where she has the
That
scrapbook.
We're way off, because then he does the thing, and then he starts like freaking out, and they bring him to the hospital because he's having seizures and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, only there?
Yeah. And then, well, meanwhile he's meeting the racist Native American lady, and then the kids in the hospital, and they're all like, blah 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 blah, something, and
Nobody cares.
It wasn't important.
No.
But they, like, basically it's just like, he's sick and we don't know what's happening. He was fine last time he left, that kind of stuff. Then they call up what's his face, Hanklin, and he's at the racist Native American lady's house.
Whatever her name was.
I think her name was Mary.
No, that's the other movie. That's Marie.
Maria.
Yeah, there we go.
her name. It was like Susan or
I
like,
don't.
Something stupid.
It wasn't anything like that. It was like a
Just a regular name.
yeah.
It's just a name.
It's just a regular name. Racist. But and he's all like, I gotta go because of my nephew who got bitten by the weird thing that your dog got bitten by. As is in the hospital, and she's like, I'm coming too. And he's like, okay. So they all go to the hospital. And then they're all there, and she's all like, well, my dog got bitten by the same thing and had the same symptoms, and then he died 2 days later.
Mm-hmm.
So this kid's gonna die. And the doctor is like, who are you and why are you here?
That's like the Avengers Assemble scene where all the main characters just show
All
up.
the main characters are all in the same scene.
Just there.
And
Yay.
and then
Except Dorothy.
Officer Cop Lady.
Where the fuck was Dorothy at that point?
I thought she was there.
No.
No.
No, she wasn't.
She was probably at the store with
The doctor. The 8 feet tall doctor.
Anyway,
8 feet tall doctor.
yeah. Anyway, so racist Native American lady, Officer Cop Lady, and Hanklin all decide that they're gonna go to the place where he found
The shirt.
the shirt piece.
Right.
So they all get in the car.
The cop car.
In the cop car.
Yep.
It's important at this point to
Yeah.
know
It's
which
the cop
car.
car.
It's, yeah, it's the cop car. They get in the cop
Yeah.
car, and they
Drive.
They're driving,
They're
and then
driving.
Officer Sexy Pants gets a call on the radio.
Oh yeah.
That
Oh, I forgot
there's a
about that.
bike. The biker who was down.
Did she get a call on the radio?
Yes.
Yes.
Did she?
Yes.
I thought that was just a thing that happened.
No, she got a call on the radio.
She just took all these civilians with her to that. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she gets a call on the radio about the bike thing?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, and she accepts it.
Yeah.
So she goes basically, and then they find this biker who's on the road, and he has a laceration, a cut on his leg, and then he has a compound fracture, which is, joint sticking out of the bone sticking out of the leg,
That's right.
out of the skin. So
I forgot that
Mhm.
that was a part of it because
Yep.
it wasn't very good makeup.
no.
They look at like an uncooked noodle just glued to his leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the scene where they're just like, oh, well, the bacteria is going to kill him. So what we need to do...
Yeah, wherever they find this hydrogen peroxide, too.
I don't know if it's supposed to be that. I
It's
think
got to be
supposed
because it's a brown bottle.
It has to be, but I don't think it's supposed to be because what they say is we need to find the strongest, most dangerous chemical we can find and
just
put
dump
it
it
on
all
there.
Nicholas holding it
And
down.
wherever they find this, who knows?
And then they find that, and he's like, is so adamant about not wanting it on him
Yes.
that I can't imagine that it's supposed to be hydrogen peroxide.
I don't know. I don't know if Sexy Pants Cop Lady is a chemist or something, but when do you have this shit in your car?
Oh, she's a cop? Maybe she has maybe it was part of like a weird first aid kit?
Could be.
I imagine a cop would have a first aid kit, right?
Yeah.
It's funny because later on when they're in the other... when the Native American lady does it, and she's got a fucking Sprite bottle.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Remember that?
No!
Yes! Yes!
Yes, because after this they get back in the car. The EMT show up and go, oh, he's got a compound fracture.
Yeah! Well, like, that's my favorite part of that, was that the EMT...
They slowly walk.
Oh, they're just walking there, just running water.
And,
It's like, oh my God, get on with it.
and the EMTs show up, and they're just like, okay, we're leaving. So everyone just leaves the poor guy on the road after they dumped dangerous, strong chemicals on all over
See
the
ya.
fucking...
I'm not going to tell you that we did this. But... oh, and by the way, it's a compound fracture. Thanks.
And then they get in the car. And on the way there, that's when they introduce the book. the scrapbook was on the
Yes.
way there.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because
The scrapbook of
Because
the
on the
Native
way
American.
there, she's like, "What are you reading back there?" And she's like, "Oh,
I have this book.
This is
My
the
scrapbook.
scrapbook my grandmother made, and I read it sometimes, and it has something that's important inside of it that I think had to do with what we're talking about here.
Maybe.
And then like reads it a little bit more, and she's like, it says something here about something that's not quite an animal, but not quite a man. And they're like, that's weird. And then like after that, there's a scene where she's like, it says like this talks about the Michigan Dogman, and they're like, are those the words that it says, the Michigan Dogman? And she's like, yes, those are the exact words. And he goes, we all thought it was a myth. And everyone just accepts everything that's being read out of this weird scrapbook that are
This crazy thing. Yep, and then they show up on the side of the road and they just walk on the woods where the fabric was. Isn't that what happened next?
They walk over.
They drive there and then they park the car with the keys in it. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they go out in the woods.
They leave the keys, yeah.
Yeah, they leave the keys
The
in.
cop leaves the keys.
Yeah.
And the
So
first thing
pocket-
that Mike
pocket
yells
car.
is that Dogman is gonna steal that fucking car!
He's a hoarder! He wants that fucking car!
Because he steals everything!
Steals
He steals the
snowmobiles!
snowmobiles and the bow and now the car!
So they go out to the woods where the fabric was. Isn't that where they go by the trail camera?
Well, no, that's what happens is that they go out to where the piece of shirt was, and then the racist Native American lady finds some fur on the ground and sniffs it and determines that the Dogman went that way. And they follow her and she leads them to the game camera. Because she's Native American, so she can sniff animal fur and tell where animals go based on
She's in
that.
touch with nature.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what that means.
Yes, exactly.
That's
what that
totally not
means.
just a weird thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep, and then the camera's gone. And they just find, isn't that when they just find the snowmobile?
They talk or something, and then he's like, well, I'm going to get the SD card out of my camera in case it caught something.
Yeah.
And then he goes up to the tree, and the camera's gone. And we're all like, oh man, he's not going to be able to prove it. And then he just like walks 10 feet over, and he finds it on the ground and takes the SD card out of it and is like, hey guys, I found the SD card. This is the proof we need. And it's a shame we didn't have that SD card, because
What if
then
it was
our
corrupted?
first video wouldn't have been corrupted and we wouldn't be filming this again.
Yeah. And then they just finally find the snowmobile.
Yeah.
Well, first.
Oh, wait. He picks up the SD card.
Yeah.
He's like, I got my SD card. And then he gets
Yay!
attacked by Dogman and, like, gets, I think, scratched, right?
Bitten.
Yeah, he was
Is he
clawed.
scratched or bitten?
Clawed.
Okay.
Gashed.
Gashed. He got gashed.
Gashed.
He got a gash. A nasty gash.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And they go over to the car.
Mhm.
And then they find that the keys have
And
been stolen out of
yeah.
the car.
And the car's just...
Like, every single one of us was like, he's gonna steal
There
that
you
car.
go.
Keys.
Yeah.
And I think parts of the inside are
Yeah.
ripped.
Yeah.
out
The radio's
too, like-
gone.
Yeah, they pulled the radio out too.
Yeah.
So
He
they're
knows to
just
do
like,
that.
we're gonna get on this this thing that we found, the snowmobile.
Yeah.
The snowmobile is just
Yeah,
like
Officer
off to the
Sexy
side.
Pants finds the snowmobile for some reason.
And they're like, we'll all just take the snowmobile. And Hanklin looks at it and goes, I don't think we can all fit on the snowmobile.
Racist
So
Native American lady, sit the fuck in the car.
yeah, that's basically what happens.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Paraphrasing.
They're like,
Sadly, yeah.
I think she says that I'll wait in the car, but and she just
Somehow,
reads the scrap
out loud to herself.
Does she?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that.
Yep. And then they speed off. So they go down the road the wrong way, and somehow Dorothy is just driving randomly, probably after she just got done having sex with the 8-foot-tall doctor. And she's driving down the road.
That's
and
totally what was happening.
Yeah.
They're
Or
they're
hateful.
flying down the opposite way in the snowmobile.
Yeah.
It's
On the road in
middle of summer.
summer, I guess, where
Yeah.
there's no snow.
No.
Can't have been September, because it would have been covered in snow if it was
Or
winter.
leaves.
I mean, it was 2000.
It was like green.
Yeah.
Everything was green in the movie.
Yeah.
It must have been July.
Yeah. Had been.
Yeah.
No leaves on the ground. So
Yeah.
It has to be.
Mm-hmm. So they're speeding down the road, and what the fuck happens? They pull over and see Dorothy, so they decide, hey,
Well, let's get in here.
yeah,
let's go
stop.
back.
They stop the snowmobile, and Hank fucking falls off of it.
Yeah. They stop it. He just falls off the side. And then, like, scrambles to get up. I think it was an outtake, but they just decided to leave it in the movie.
I'm done.
He probably was actually, like, bleeding out. Like, he probably actually cut himself. They were actually trying to get him to the emergency.
Like, please help.
Yeah, please.
They're just like, no, this is great.
Yeah.
Keep filming.
Yeah, leave it.
It's like, oh, I wish I had a better agent.
They get in the car, and he's like, oh, we should go back for Native American woman.
Yeah, and so they go back to the car in Native American.
Oh, but Native American woman, it cuts back and she sees Dogman coming up to the window, and then the ears go.
Oh yeah, it's the only time we see
a reflection of
our
Dogman.
Dogman.
Yep.
And it's the only time we see him, and it's in a reflection.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
Sure.
not bad. It's not bad. It's tried.
It's not the worst
It's not
movie
bad.
monster I've seen.
Honestly, it ain't bad.
I mean, everything in Dead Walker was bad, so, I mean...
Yeah.
Yep. So then they're driving back. And then the fuck they find? Don't they find her? Then it shows her. What does it show? It shows a POV of.
Yeah, they show a POV shot of the Dogman, and he lifts up like a real estate sign, and it's a whole litter of puppies.
Hundreds of puppies.
It's
like 10.
It's probably like 10, 100. Yeah, but they show the puppies.
Way too many puppies.
Yes, way too many puppies. Right. And then they cut back to.
I think the assumption is that they're Dogman puppies,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. And then they cut back to the.
Which means that there's a dog woman somewhere.
Somewhere.
Or maybe the Dogman is a dog woman.
Anyways, I got my fan theory at the end.
I have my fan theory too.
I don't.
think they're the same.
I have no idea.
Because there's a sequel to this movie.
Okay, so then you have that, and you got racist Native American woman. What does she do? They find her. Did they find her?
They just find her walking
Yeah,
in the
she's
middle
just
of the road
walking down the
carrying
road.
moss.
Carrying moss.
That's the money shot.
Yeah.
She's sitting there like this, fucking moss in her hand.
Zach, why is she coming?
Why is she holding it?
Yeah.
It's the special antidote. It's the antidote.
Yeah.
It's the antidote.
Yeah, she gets in the car and she's like, I found the antidote
And then they
to
go,
the
the
bacteria.
moss.
And they're like, oh, this moss, it's growing everywhere. And she's like,
No, I found this
No.
specially in the scrapbook. And when she first says that, I'm like, there was moss inside the scrapbook?
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
but what it is it's no.
It had to be-
I found the antidote in the scrapbook, and it's moss that is part of the territory of
Dogman's pissed that he
Dogman.
pissed all over.
And they're like, oh my god, that moss is covered in Dogman's piss. And that's how you cure it.
And then you get the money shot, and then it's them driving.
It's just them driving, and it cuts to everyone, and it's just silence. And then one scene.
You see, Native American woman's got a dog in her shirt like this.
Or it looks like it's a dog.
Yeah.
There's
Like
a puppy in there.
there's something.
There's a puppy.
At least one puppy.
Yes.
Like they're squirming underneath her
Yes.
shirt, and she just looks down
Unless
and
she has-
smiles.
Yeah.
Hard cut!
Hard cut the credits! The movie ends! No, not ends. The movie stops.
It
It just stops.
Done.
Credits!
They're done.
That's it.
We're not filming anymore for this movie.
Done. All done.
And then it's Dogman.
That's literally
And
Dogman.
that's it.
What?
It's just right.
The film?
No. The lights.
The Cry!
Oh, The Cry!
The best movie ever made.
Why do we have to talk about this movie?
Because we watched it, and we
Why
had...
did we watch it?
Well,
It was
because
randomly selected. It's John's fault. He randomly selected it.
it's the dice. It's
Oh.
God's fault. If you want to blame anyone for The Cry, it's God. Because I'm assuming God had something to do with
Yes.
dice, right?
God, the cry is
Luck?
purgatory.
Luck,
The
yeah.
Cry is predatory?
Purgatory.
Oh.
Purgatory. purgatory, yes.
It's also predatory.
It feels like it's. When we watched it, we were in purgatory, and after it, we ended up right back in hell.
Woo! Yeah, The Cry. Well, for the reason we did this, it's because it's the premise of the show.
Yeah.
So that's why we watched The Cry.
It's just
why we continued to watch The Cry is the real question, and that would also be because it's the premise of the show. No, it would be dishonest if we didn't watch it all the way through.
Painfully useless.
I'll be honest. It was very difficult to pay attention to this movie because nothing happens in this movie.
Nothing.
Because this isn't really a movie. This is just a collection of random scenes that someone filmed, and I'm assuming edited at some point because there's a lot of jumpy edits and cuts and things that don't make sense. And that's the movie.
It is one big pile of garbage shit.
It is not good.
It is.
Please, if you get this box set, do not watch this movie.
Zach, read us what The Cry is.
The Cry. In this modern twist on an ancient legend, a detective fights to protect a boy from his own mother. And from the cry of Llorona.
It's
Llorona.
La Llorona.
La Corona. Llorona. Whatever.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, the cry of it's fucking awful.
It's 81 minutes because they couldn't make 90 minutes, and thank God.
So about at least 15 minutes is like random ass stock footage of the streets.
The MPAA decided that this movie is rated R for disturbing, violent images and some language.
The only thing disturbing is the fact it was made.
It was made in 2007. I would say that's
13 years ago.
Well, 13 years ago, 11 years before the movie Curse of La Llorona. About that? That movie came out in...
I think it came out last year.
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah, so 12 years.
I thought it came out in 2018. No?
No.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, many years before the La Llorona movie. And, you know, as crappy as I think that movie is, this one makes it look like...
Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
Looks like the fucking Exorcist, probably. I haven't even seen it.
What, The Exorcist?
No, the one that you're saying.
You did watch this one.
No.
You were there.
No,
I
the
know,
one that you're
because we watched you watch it.
Yes.
We were all there.
Why? Why do we have to be there?
Why does God forsake us? Why do we decide to do these things?
So here's what happens in the movie. First we found out that it takes place in New York.
Oh yeah, because there's out of the 81 minutes of this movie, I'd say 25 minutes of this movie are
garbage.
Weird pan shots, like overhead pans of cities, or like just panning over. Like it's either aerial shot of New York City or like
in the street
pan shot of just shops on the street in Toronto, and that's about 25 minutes of the movie, and the rest of the movie is just incomprehensible nonsense.
Weird deaths, weird shit, really
Are
bad.
there deaths? Like there's
the kid that gets sucked into the water.
Yeah, I'm assuming you guys. There's
the movie starts out in 1500, and then it just has the most horribly edited thing I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, it says it's in the 1500s.
It's like a minute and a half in the 1500s, and then it just cuts to like music video jumbled nonsense flashing at your eyes.
Oh, it's the music.
This is a perfect movie for the TikTok generation. Just flash as much bullshit on the screen as possible until your mind just melts.
If you like the Transformers movie, you'll like this. It's just...
It's like Transformers, except for with none of the action, and shit just flashes for
Isn't that
20 minutes.
Isn't that what Transformers is? Just shit flashing
Shit flashes,
loud noises?
Yes, but at least
it's basically this.
There's somewhat of a plot. This is nothing.
It's
like an art film.
Nothing.
Is it an art film?
It's like an art film with no substance.
It's just like if Neil Breen decided to make an artistic film.
It's like taking
Except no, that would be fun to watch.
Yes. It's like taking a screen and just painting colors on it, and then you take massive shit of diarrhea on it, and that's what this movie is.
Yeah, you can say that.
This was made by Bernadine Santisteban.
What? Go with it.
And
Here's another note
That
that
person
I have.
burns in hell to this day.
Here's another note I have.
That person, if they are dead, I hope they do.
After the first scene,
I hope they do.
after the first scene, I wrote worst fucking garbage, pointless, dragged out trash.
I mean, it is dragged out.
It is.
There's
That is so
just
fucking
the whole
slow.
movie is
There's
dragged
like
out. It's
15
so
minutes of
bad.
story in this movie.
Yeah, honestly, there was no reason.
What
for
is
it to
this
be-
movie about? Tell me what this movie is actually about, Zach.
Mike, what is this movie about?
This movie's about a detective.
Is
Yeah.
he?
I would imagine.
He's supposed to be, but is he?
I don't think so.
He's a child predator, or a child detective, or a child.
He's a missing
child.
persons detective.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not a child predator or a child predator detective.
Yes.
Neither of those, I think, are
exactly
things.
what he is. Yes. So Alex Scott, he's a detective.
This is already twice as long as the first one. It'll get edited down.
Yeah. So he's a New York City, probably missing person detective, and he is a slob. He has garbage in his car.
And
It's just garbage.
He has a partner.
He has a partner named...
His name's Sergio Perez. 'Cause he has
Sergio
the best
Perez. Yep.
name. Or Mr. Wall Street.
Mr. Wall Street.
Which is something he was called in the movie.
Or Jerry Seinfeld.
ugly Jerry Seinfeld.
Discount Jerry Seinfeld.
Yes.
Actually, maybe just Jerry Seinfeld.
Ugly Jerry.
Without his ruffled shirt.
He's a much cleaner Jerry Seinfeld.
Yes.
And maybe funnier.
No.
Right.
There was this thing with the stupid red eyes, and the people have stupid red eyes. I don't know. There was the thing where they have the stupid.
Oh yeah, because
It looks like she was licking someone's butthole and she got poop in her eyes. Just pink eye.
looks like she has pink eye. Yeah. Basically,
Because the makeup is so fucking bad.
I don't know. I liked the last one. I thought
Yeah,
the last.
that wasn't the same though.
Let's just skip to the end.
No, let's talk about the premise.
Oh,
This is the premise. I'm trying to describe.
There's like I want to describe this movie the way we described the first one, where we go through the chronological
It's not
order of
possible.
events. But there are no events in the
There
movie.
is nothing.
It's just nonsense.
It's just images and noise.
It's
Nothing happens.
It's like so many modern action movies where you go in and nothing happens. It's just like really loud noises being screamed at you constantly and just flashing lights all over the place. That's what it is.
There is just nothing that happens with substance. Nothing.
There are so many scenes where it just takes like weird, what seem like stock images,
Yes.
and then filter them, and then they just flash them on the screen.
And then they
cut
cut.
the sound, and then that's it.
And they cut. And then it's another scene like that, and scene on top of scene.
And then it's him looking depressed because his spoilers apparently.
Don't watch it. It doesn't fucking matter.
I don't care if it's spoiled for you or not, but maybe watch it. I don't know. Support this guy, I guess, because you're supposed to say that.
We already spoiled Dogman. We gotta do it to the cry.
What is there to spoil? It's set up in the beginning that his wife and kid are dead, and he's sad about it. And guess what? It's a movie about moms that drown their kids to death.
Yeah, no
guess
shit.
what? La Llorona killed his kid. That's what happened. I'm assuming his wife drowned his kid and had blood coming out of her eyes, just like everyone else who was possessed by La Llorona.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens when you get possessed by La Llorona. You just start bleeding out of your eyes.
And then the movie has 3 endings. One with a bunch of homeless drunks
Well,
trying to rape women.
At some point, there's a weird thing where, like, it goes from being a bunch of weird scenes. Like, at one point they go to a psychic, and she says some psychic stuff to him about La Llorona.
Yeah.
It's really like holding your hand through the La Llorona story.
Yes, it just is.
But it's like
It's like holding your hand and you're trying to move forward. and
come
drag you
on.
down.
Like,
Please.
I'm not Hispanic and I've known the La Llorona story. Like, I feel like everyone knows that story.
Everybody does.
And I feel like everyone knows that story. So it
Really not that
holds your
complicated.
hand and tries to explain this
It's not.
folk legend to you for 4 40.
At least 45, 50
It's not
minutes.
45. It's longer than that.
Yeah, it's like an hour. The last 20 minutes is when things happen.
Oh.
No, the last 15 minutes are when things happen. Let's be generous. Because that happens, and then some stuff happens. Like, there's some talking in between some of the guys. They don't really say anything
Just
meaningful.
words.
It's mostly just like, these two guys are trying to solve missing kids cases. And they don't, ever.
Right.
And then there's this lady, Maria, and apparently she is the reincarnated version of this psychic's daughter, maybe, but we don't know because it's weird and we don't understand what happened in this movie.
Then there's a drowning.
And then they end up in a park at the end at some point for
Right.
some reason.
Drowning their child, but then not drowning it,
Well,
but then he lives, and then there's dead bodies of other
My
kids.
understanding was that someone else drowned their kid there,
Yeah.
right?
I have no
Yes.
idea.
The kid at the beginning, didn't they drown at the park?
I don't know. It's fucking stupid.
I don't know.
I think the little boy who was in the beginning scene was him.
What? You think
Well, remember
he drowned
when-
to death in the
No,
beginning of the movie?
No, they have a flashback when the mother,
The one in the
daughter.
1500s?
No.
Oh.
We're in the end there where they're showing that young boy, the young Spanish boy.
Yeah.
I think that's him.
Alex Scott.
Yes, and he escaped.
But the boy in the...
And now he's
the
trying to
does
drown.
not escape.
Now he's trying to
He
drown
dies.
the ghosts. It's a revenge film. It's like one of those really bad revenge.
I mean, I want that to be true, but
I want something to get out of the cry. I have to have something.
I want that to
To know
be true.
that I
I'm-
wasted an hour and 20 minutes of my life.
I'm 90% sure that kid's dead.
Well, if he is, then I
wish
wasted
I
an
was
hour
him.
and 20 minutes of my life.
Well, if he was, then I wish I was him.
I wish I was fucking dead too.
Trying to protect her son from La Llorona through the whole movie. She,
Goes blind.
no. Well, there's a part where she runs around and she's like, quick, she's in the woods. And they're like, nobody's there. She runs up to two drunk guys, and the drunk guys are like, don't worry, nobody's there. And the one guy's like, hey kid, don't be afraid. And then the other guy's like, I'm gonna rape the girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna take advantage of her.
Yeah, I think that's literally what he
Yeah,
says.
yeah.
He says, I'm gonna take advantage of her. And then,
Leave some for me.
yeah, the other guy goes, leave some for me, as he's holding her kid. And then she pushes the guy away, and then grabs her kid and runs away. And that's the scene. And then she runs around through the woods some more, and then Alex Scott, the detective, runs around the woods some more. And then La Llorona, I guess, just fly kills
Fly
those
kills
drunk guys.
those drunk guys.
Because we
and-
see La Llorona vision.
Yeah. La Llorona vision is like a gray, bluish vision that can zoom in on people.
And then they die.
And then they die.
by
and
getting their throats slit.
Yes.
Mm.
And that's
Every
what,
single one of them dies.
that's what
with
happens to
slit throat.
Sergio Perez, too.
Oh, Sergio Perez.
The trusted partner of Alex.
Yeah, I'm sure.
The great fucking partner of Alex is dead.
He constantly talks about how much of a
Ugly Jerry
slob
Seinfeld.
Alex is, and how attractive he is, and how rich and powerful
He
he is.
deserved to die.
It was fun.
Yeah.
And then Alex, she goes into
Maria
goes into the river with her son, and like at the beginning they're like, you can't go by the river because the river will if you go by the river then La Llorona can get you. And she goes into the river, and then like her eyes start bleeding, and then she starts drowning her kid. And then she stops drowning her kid and just like looks off into the sky, and then the movie just cuts to black for 2 seconds,
Sure.
and we all like, yay, it's over!
It's dead!
And then the movie starts again, and it
fuck.
shows her bleeding, and Alex runs into the water and picks up her son, and her son's alive. And then she turns around, and her eyes are bleeding. Or like she doesn't have eyes.
No.
And that's the one that I thought was cool. Like her eyes are just like blood.
Yeah.
And like blood's coming down her face, and she's just like rah or something. And then it just cuts to black, and then we're like, yay! It's over! walks up again, and we're like, and then it's just like a minute and a half of weird images and stock footage and sounds
flashing at your eyes.
Flashing in your eyes, and then the movie ends to credits, and we're all like, yay!
It's finally over. My misery is done.
And that's the cry.
I hate it. I hate every bit of it.
It was a terrible film experience.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Dogman wins.
Dogman wins. Dogman moves on to the next.
Yes.
To the next one.
Final four.
Yeah, the final four.
The final
yes.
four.
The final four. The final five, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's this week of movies.
That's this.
Next
episode.
week we got Pelt and the Eves.
That'll be.
Well, it looks like it's two serial killer movies. So.
Yeah, it looks like two maniacs in the woods.
Yeah.
Going against each other.
Maniacs in the woods, and the other one's Maniacs on the beach.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'll be great.
Yes.
Who will win, the beach maniac or the woods maniac?
Not the viewers of the cry. That's who
Yes.
will lose.
You know who loses? La Llorona.
Yeah.
No, us.
May she rot in hell. Well, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching this production of Psycho Juicebox. I'm John.
I'm Mike.
Zach.
Adios.
See ya.